This week marks Convocation for thousands of graduating students at the University of Saskatchewan. This is always such a joyful time of year and celebration for our students and their loved ones. The experience for the class of 2020 will obviously be very different. In this special episode of the podcast, I took the time to talk to Dr. Patti McDougall, the university's Vice-Provost of Teaching, Learning and Student Experience, about what Convocation looks like for the class of 2020. I started off by asking her what the class of 2020 could expect.
So the Convocation website went live this morning, and so I would really, direct people to that site to see. So we were forced into a situation where we had to postpone our Convocation this spring. We also we were unable to go ahead with our graduation powwow, which is a clear partner to those graduation ceremonies, the Convocation ceremonies that we host. So these are sad moments to not be able to go ahead with that. So the website focuses on some of the things that we have put together to celebrate, and that includes, for example, videos. I know that deans of all of our colleges and the president and the chancellor have all recorded different messages. I know I'm going to spend some time looking and listening to all of those. I know that for all of those people, that was a labor of love. So thinking about it, I'm looking at the clock right now and I'm thinking, we'd be sitting up on the stage at Merlis Belcher Place and we would be watching students cross. It is easily the most joyful time of the year. It's a privilege to sit on that stage and watch people cross, to watch them in their moment. I have a privilege in that I am permitted to take part in hooding people when they face the audience, and we put over top of their shoulders the hood, and then they walk across and shake the chancellor's hand, and they are admitted. It's incredible. I think what strikes me, Peter, is even though that moment of crossing the stage is postponed, it would be my hope that all of our graduates this week in the various colleges, the thousands of people, pause for a moment and celebrate the accomplishment, because I really think that's a big part of it. You cross that stage, it goes by super quickly, but it doesn't matter. It's part of a ritual of marking a huge accomplishment. And whether you're walking across that stage, whether that's postponed to a different time, I don't want anyone to be deprived of that moment. I still want people to, together with their families. Families are a huge part of this. Watching families is what tears me up on the stage. There's nothing better during Convocation than when family members yell out from the crowd to either embarrass their graduate or to cheer on their graduate. And, sometimes it's a child, sometimes it's a partner, sometimes it's a parent who shouts out, or a family member that shouts out. But I'm hopeful that those shout outs still happen this week. Because it's just so important. No matter what, no virus can take away the hard work that somebody put into, years of study to get that credential, to get that degree, undergraduate or graduate. Nothing takes that away. And we'll do what we can this week to celebrate people, make sure they get their parchment so they have living proof of that degree completion.
And I know there's a goal in the months to come when we can all be back together to have that moment in person. So what would you have a message for all of your colleagues at the university who've actually been supporting the students' journey to the successful completion of their studies? Because this is an important moment for them too.
There is only one appropriate message, and that's thank you. Thank you for everything, all the time and energy. You'll know, Peter, that faculty sit up on that platform party as well to honor and celebrate their students as they cross. And it's just a testament to how happy people are, how pleased to see their students accomplish and complete things. So it's a production behind the scenes. And even now, without the live ceremonies, it's still been a production behind the scenes. People have still spent countless hours over and above their work week, I guarantee you, within colleges and within our own central units, getting this done and making this happen. And again, it's a labor of love. It really is. I think people are, they're called to do it. People at the University of Saskatchewan who work with students, they're simply called to do it.
One of the things I appreciate sharing when I have the opportunity to do so when we hear from students about how much they care about things is being able to remind them that the people who work at the university care about them just as much, if not more in some cases.
Definitely. Absolutely true.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today, Patti.
Thanks, Peter. Wonderful.
Thanks for listening to the Be Well at USask podcast with me, Peter Headley, and thanks again to Patti for joining me and sharing. Please check in again for further episodes and more content related to being well. Please subscribe and share this podcast. You can find us on multiple platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. We'd also love to hear from you, so please post comments and questions, and we'll look to include them in future episodes. Also, if there's someone you'd like to see as a guest or a topic you'd like us to cover, or even a reaction to an episode, please write to us at bewell.podcast@usask.ca. So until next time, stay safe and be well.